Hi guys.
Hi guys. Welcome back to La Lucha's Real Podcast. I am your host Edith.
And I'm Angel.
Wow.
Wow.
We came back. We're like new and revamped women.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yes. I'm trying to be.
Before we start, I want to say I hope you guys had a great Mexican Independence Day for those that celebrate.
Yes.
You know, it was this weekend. El sábado, ¿se me hace? ¿El sábado?
Algo así. No, el 15 es viernes.
Pero, ¿el 15?
I thought it was the 15th. Is it 16th?
Fuck, I'm having brain fog right now.
Damn, we're not real Mexicans.
We're not real Mexicans.
I thought it was the 15th or I know it's the 15th or 16th, right?
It's one of those days, but I thought it was the 16th. El 16.
Okay, so it's on Saturday. There we
Yes.
go.
So whoever celebrated and got all turned up and litty, yay. Hopefully we get turned up and litty. We're gonna be recording.
That day's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Yes.
Keep a lookout. Wait.
We're starting.
I hope you guys saw whatever we posted for that day, because I'm trying to remember. Okay, this is coming out Monday after. Yeah. So we're gonna have a busy day. That point is, we've had a busy few weeks.
Yeah. You want to tell them what we were doing?
There's a lot going on.
What were we up to?
So this, obviously not this last weekend, because this last weekend was Mexican Independence Day weekend. But the weekend before, because we're recording this on a Monday, because there's shit going on throughout the week. So we're recording this on Monday. But we actually already just came back from California, because we went to the Chicano Hollywood Elevate Conference, which
that was amazing.
It was so good. It was so good.
Keep in mind, it was the first year that they did the conference, and I think it was just a great turnout.
Yeah, I think for the first year, they did really good. Like, there was some hiccups, and I think...
Pero con cualquiera puede pasar eso también.
Yeah, and I think for it being their first event, like, the amount of hiccups to, like, how smoothly everything ran, I think was really, like... It was very... I was very impressed.
Yes.
I was very impressed with how professional everybody was and how smoothly everything ran. And I honestly came out of there and I was so motivated, so stoked. I was like very proud of Latino Chicano community, just because like getting this group of people who I feel like for years have kind of stepped on each other to try and get like get ahead. And not only that, but also like I feel like in a lot of ways a lot of Latinos can just have very like limited beliefs and very like have this like mindset of like I don't want to say not entrepreneurial, but like very like tienes que chambear, pero to them chambear is different to what we're kind of like to what the conference was more about, like
because
it
targeted pursuing. It targeted more of the entertainment industry and like Chicanos in entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And it was so eye-opening, and it was very empowering how like I'm not saying it's the only time I felt like this, but it's one of the few times that I felt like I belonged there. Like I didn't feel like I was out of place or anything like that. You know, I was surrounded like by my people, by la raza, you know, and just to think that everybody in that room had like the same mindset. Of course, we were all pursuing different things, but we all had that same mindset. It was amazing, and it was full of like everything de todo, like
it wasn't even just like Mexican or Chicano. There was like literally había de otras culturas, like there was Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, there was de todo.
Yeah, I know, and it was beautiful, honestly. It was amazing.
Yeah, and like just I feel like each and every single panel, like there was something. Hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit. For the people who don't know what the Chicano Hollywood Elevate Conference was, did we touch? I don't think we like even said what it was.
I think we kind of said just it was a conference for.
It was a conference for Latino creators in the
Latino,
entertainment.
that's what we said.
So by that, it's like whether you're an actor, a singer, a podcaster, if you want to be a film director, a fucking producer, writer, whatever it is in entertainment, like that's what the conference was for.
And they brought like they had different panels, right? Where they had different guest speakers that were in all those areas, those fields, and they talked about their experience and different aspects of what they do. And let me tell you, even though like, of course, you know, we're podcasters and there was a podcast panel, we learned so much from every single panel we watched.
Yeah.
Like even like the producers, the actors, like it was amazing. Like how much we learned.
For every single panelist up there was like at least one thing that I took away from them. And it's like the grocery store method, right? Like take what you need and leave what you don't. So it was kind of like, I feel like whatever they were saying about their profession, I could take that and kind of like mold it into like, how does that fit into my podcasting career or whatever, you know?
And it makes you see things in a different way. I don't know, like seeing like these people that like nuestra gente, how far they've come, it's like it's so inspiring. And it's it kind of shifts your mind. And I'll talk from my personal perspective, because I feel like, you know, starting this podcast, like I love it, but it's also hard, you know? And I feel like we're very hard on ourselves with numbers, because even though we don't want to focus on numbers because we love the craft that we do, it still kind of gets to us, you know, like we still like want to see the podcast constantly grow and everything. So I feel like we want to grow so much, right? And we give ourselves such a, back again to the imaginary timelines, we give ourselves like such a little timeline to grow so much. And I'm like, oh my God, like you have all these people that have been in the industry for fucking years, and they're talking about how their breakthrough was until like 8-10 years after they started doing their craft. And it's crazy, because I'm like, it puts it into perspective. I'm like, wow, why am I being so hard on myself? Like, why are we being so hard on ourselves? Why are we not like more patient with ourselves? Like, we just started.
Really, in retrospect, I think in retrospect, it's like we just started. And to see, because I think we also live in this culture of like going viral, like, and we hear a lot of people who just like with one video, boom, all of a sudden they have like all these fucking followers, and like and then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, the pressure is on and they have to keep up with it, right? But I feel like we had to really like kind of, because there was like people up there who, like you said, it took them, like one guy was like, yeah, it took me like 8 years to get into like an HBO special, like a comedian, right?
Oh yeah, the comedian
Jerry Garcia.
Yes.
So Jerry Garcia was speaking and he was like, yeah, it took me 8 years to get an HBO special. He's like, and I was so stoked how early on in my career it was. And I was like, hold on. I was like, he said so early on in my career after 8 years. And I was kind of like, I have such unrealistic expectations. And I was like, for myself, we each have our own journey, but I'm like, oh my God, I need to stop being so hard on myself. I was like, but also, it kind of brings you down a little bit, and you're like, okay, like, gotta stay humble and be grateful for where we're at and the progress that we've made, and just be proud of ourselves. Like basically everything we said on that other podcast episode, it was kind of like they really just like drilled it in.
They drilled it into our heads, and it was just like, it was nice to kind of take a step back and be like, ah, shit. Like, we need to, like, be realistic with ourselves, you know? We need to also just make sure that we still love whatever we do, and we're just patient, and we let it grow, and we give ourselves time, and we're not pressuring ourselves trying to hit a certain goal in such a short amount of time.
And I think that's something that, because I've always, for one thing, for me, I've always been like number oriented, very analytical oriented. And I think for me, it's been really incredibly hard to get out of that mindset and just focus on the art and craft of podcasting and just really enjoy it, which I do. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really enjoy it, especially when we get messages from our amigos, our friends saying like, you guys are helping our people so much. Like, keep doing what you're doing. And when we get these encouraging messages, like I sometimes get chills because I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe that, like, because my entire life, all I've ever wanted to do was make some kind of impact in this world and leave something behind that is, you know, like outlives my life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it means that I touch somebody, I like change something in somebody's life or whatever, like that has always been very important to me. And so when I get these messages from our friends, it's like, oh my God, like it feels so good. And I don't just do it for me. Like I genuinely want to be able to help people, you know?
Yeah.
And so when I get those, it's just like, oh my God, I love it. But it's just really hard to get out of that mindset of like, stop focusing so much on the numbers.
Yeah. Because it's hard, como dijiste, es bien difícil because tú también, como, it's a little baby, so you want to see constantly grow. But it's not, growth is not linear, you know? So it's like, you having to snap yourself out of the mindset is fucking hard too. Because you want to see it like excel and grow and everything like that. Pero también, like, you know, we just gotta like keep on doing what we're doing, and hopefully, like, well, the podcast is gonna get as far as we want it to get, but we also have to be patient with ourselves.
Yeah,
and shit like that.
And I just keep doing what we're doing because something that they kept mentioning was like, be consistent.
Yeah,
be consistent.
It was be consistent and be authentic. That was like drilled. Like
I kept hearing that over and over: is be consistent and practice your craft and just be authentic.
And that's with every, like, with the actors, with the podcasters, with the producers, with this with the, what is it, the writers, with everything. Todos estaban diciendo esas dos cosas or tres cosas. It was a major thing. So
it was with anything, even with whatever it is that you're doing in life, is be consistent, keep practicing your craft, and be authentic. Be the same person in all areas of your life. And so I was like, okay, I think we can do that.
As long as we keep on doing that and we stay true to ourselves, I feel like it's just gonna, the right people are gonna follow.
I feel like, yeah. And it's like another thing that kind of like I heard a couple times was like, what was it? You will find your people, you will find your tribe. And it was kind of like, just keep doing what you're doing and you will attract your people. You will find your people. And so it was like, if they build it, they will come.
And don't get me wrong, como tú estabas diciendo, going back to like the encouraging messages, like, did you hear my stomach?
No.
Damn, estaba gruñendo. Anyways, I just love, like, whenever, like, sometimes where I'm having like, shit, like something's happening with the podcast, it ain't looking like something, I don't know, maybe our numbers aren't growing as much as I want them to, but then we get those encouraging messages, like, out of nowhere. Like, they just come at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, like, we're creating an impact. Like, we're helping them out. Like, that's fucking crazy. ¿Quién iba a decir, bro? Nuestras pendejadas acá.
For real. But there was some amazing panelists. Thank you for anybody who, honestly, I am so grateful for everybody who took time out of their day to go and speak at this conference, because as far as I know, a lot of, like, I don't think any of them were paid.
No, I think
like,
they're all like
everybody who was there speaking volunteered, or not volunteered, but they like took time out of their day to go and speak to everybody who attended.
And that's crazy.
And that's crazy to me, like,
because we also had senators, representatives, and everything.
I was like an assemblywoman. I was like, goddamn. And then of course estaba Emilio Rivera and Luis Gomez and Edward James.
That was the Legends panel.
The Legends panel. That was amazing. The podcast panel, IE and Friends, Brown Bag, they did amazing. And honestly, I just learned so much.
The Latinas in Hollywood.
The Latinas in Hollywood. Oh my God. Okay.
I was not expecting that.
Yes.
Like, it's because everybody, keep in mind, guys, the conference was 2 days, but it's mainly was around the Legends panel, which is like the big actors, which Angel mentioned, you know. So we were more so like everybody in the conference was waiting for that moment. Yeah. Right. All the other ones were like great as well, right? But then we got to, it was day 2, right? And then
it was like, honestly, one of the, what was it, like the second panel
the second panel,
the second or third,
and it's Latinas
in Hollywood,
in Hollywood, and there was actors,
3 actresses and 2 producers.
So I'm like, okay, let's see que vamos a aprender de este, ¿verdad? Yeah. We learned from all the other ones, right? And bro, when I tell you, my mind was blown blown.
They knocked it out of the ballpark.
I was like, I felt like they were speaking to my soul.
Yeah, and like, mind you, it was Latinas in Hollywood, and it wasn't necessarily just targeted towards like women, because my husband went with us, Val went with us, and he was literally just as mind blown. He was like, holy shit, that was amazing. Like,
the way they spoke, the way they carried themselves, the things they said, like, I was just like, wow.
I feel like I'm over here. Okay, I'm over here. Edith's over here so like,
I'm captivated
by that, and I'm over here trying to write down in my notes like as much as I fucking can.
And she was like dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I was like going crazy trying to type all these fucking notes because I'm like, oh my god, that's so good. That is so good. Like everything that we're saying, I was like, oh, that's so good.
You know, it's like just I was mesmerized, honestly.
Yeah,
I was so motivated. It was so inspirational. Like, wow.
Yeah, it was good. And honestly, for anybody who wants to encourage, because I believe they had mentioned they were going to do this yearly. Hopefully. I hope so, because honestly, I loved it.
Yeah,
it was such a great experience. And honestly, like that in itself, it's like, especially when you're pursuing something, it's like, nothing is better for you than investing in yourself in that kind of way. Like, we practice our craft or whatever, but one of the things I kept saying was like, keep practicing your craft, keep learning, keep growing, and like just going there and being surrounded by like-minded individuals, and not just any individuals, but like your gente, your raza, your people. Like, it was just,
and it's people empowering in that industry, because keep in mind, when it comes to that specific industry, I feel like sometimes they're like, no es un trabajo de verdad, or you get me, like that, especially like podcasting, acting, and stuff like that, you know, especially when you're just started. Like, I feel like you could be surrounded by people that might be discouraging against that because they don't see it as an actual job, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to these conferences and you're starting out, even if you've been in the game for a long time, you're surrounded by people that are there for the same thing, to like excel in the entertainment industry, right? So nobody's gonna put each other down. Like, al contrario, everybody's uplifting each other, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So anybody who is pursuing anything in that like entertainment industry, whether you're even thinking about pursuing it, if they do this next year, I strongly encourage you guys, buy your ticket and go. Like, no matter what, because it's so easy for you to be like, man, I'm really thinking about, like, I kind of want to pursue singing, but I don't know. And you start kind of like
like, they have musicians too.
Yeah, they had musicians too. And so it was kind of like sometimes our self-talk can be very negative because you're so like you start kind of like talking yourself out of something, right? You're like, oh my god, how cool would that be? But then, wow, it's just overly saturated, and you start like kind of coming up with all these excuses on why you won't be able to do it. And then, like, let's say even you go to somebody like your mom or your dad or your friend, and you tell them, and like sometimes they're not in the, like, they don't have that mindset, right? Like, they're not in that mindset where like they won't get it, because to them singing is not a real career. They'll be like, well, do you know how many people actually make it? And they'll start saying little comments like that are gonna really discourage you. So it's like, going in this like arena of people who are pursuing the same thing, they're gonna be like, just fucking keep doing it, just keep doing it, it's gonna happen. It's like, you just gotta keep going. And it really they're gonna give you the encouragement that you can't give yourself, or that maybe your loved ones can't give you. Because como dijo Edward James Olmos, que he is a very well-known actor, like we all know him from Selena.
I was fangirling for all of them. I was like, holy shit.
I know. And I know, like, we all know him from so many movies, right? Stand and Deliver, Selena, like he has the Ballad of Gregorio. He has great movies, right? Like, we all know he has a lot of accolades. And till like I believe he said like maybe 20 years ago, till this is like, he kind of had like a weird relationship with his dad, but like even till his dad's deathbed, he literally looked him in the eye and was like, get a job.
His dad told him the last words, get a job.
It was like,
that's fucking crazy.
How are you gonna tell this man who at this point has done so like big things in his career, and his dad till the very end was like, get a job.
Pero es que como en nuestra comunidad, like, es que ese no, y I think in other communities too.
Yeah.
That's for them is not a real job because it's not a common job as well. It's not a job. Yes, it is a tough job to break into the industry and everything like that. So I feel like because for them it seems impossible, like that's what they're gonna be telling you. But going to these conferences, like, I don't know, is very empowering, and you get the encouragement that you don't get from the outside, you know, that the words that you need to hear. And there was a lot of people, keep in mind, we went together, right? And with Val, but there was a lot of people that went by themselves, and I was so proud of them because
me
that
too.
takes courage. That takes fucking courage to put yourself out there and go by yourself to a whole event and have to network. Because networking is not easy.
And honestly, the people there were so nice. Yes. Like, yes, I'm a little shy girl sometimes.
I'm a shy girl too.
And it's not so easy for me, but like honestly, like other people made it very easy to talk to them because everybody's like, oh, like así de fácil, like, oh, like what do you do? Or like, oh, te preguntan algo, and it's just like
they'll come sit next to you and then they'll start talking. Conversation just sparks.
Exactly.
I was in the bathroom and then conversation just sparked. Except for the you remember the actor after the Latina panel we went to go to the bathroom. Yes. And this what was her name? Chelsea,
I don't remember her last name.
Oh my god, me neither. But she was one of the actors, and let me tell you, oh my god, that woman knows how to speak. She was speaking to my soul. We went to the bathroom and we saw her, like Angel was going to the bathroom and she was going into the same stall that she was coming out.
So we kind of like made eye contact and we're like face to face, but she just came out of the shitter, right? Like, I'm not trying to say anything because that's weird. Like, I didn't want to be weird.
Yeah, and I was like there, and
fuck.
So you went in there and then she was washing her hands and I was like, should I say something? Should I not? I literally was in my head so much because I'm like, oh my god, this woman that inspired me so much is literally steps away from me right now. Like, what the fuck? And then when I was about to say something, she was already leaving. I was like, okay.
Next year for sure.
Next year
for sure. But
yeah.
No, that shit was fun. It was motivating. I encourage everybody to go if you want to pursue something in the entertainment business. And even if you're pursuing something, honestly, it was just motivational, period. I feel like you can apply it to so many areas of your life.
Yeah.
And
then just seeing, like, because between panels we had like little segments of where people would show their craft and stuff like that. So like the girl that was the music video, Hella Black
Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking loved her. I was like, oh my god, I love everything about you.
I wasn't really expecting anything, but that like blew. Like when I started hearing, I was like, "Oh my god, I love this! I love this animation."
Instantly, I was like, "Let me take down." I took down her Instagram. I was like writing down her. I was like, "I need a." Yeah, I was so impressed by this girl.
Yes, and it was like different segments. We saw trailers of different people that were like filmmakers and their new movies that they're coming out,
or like their short films or video. It was just. I loved it. I loved it. And everybody was so uplifting. It was a great experience.
We met Chicano Hollywood from the start too.
I know, right away off the bat.
And he was so nice. He like, nos saludó como si nos, like, hi guys, how are you? You know, like, I don't know.
I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah, so honestly, shout out to Chicano Hollywood for putting this together. I had an amazing time, and
please do this next year.
Yeah, please do this next year, and I can't wait to see like all the panelists that they decide to
do, because this year was amazing, and if they do it next year, I feel like they're just gonna keep getting better and better.
Yeah, so. I agree. But but anyways, like after ranting so much.
But
it was a great experience. I feel like we that's pretty much what we went to California for. I feel like it was a great experience going out there. Yeah.
We spent how many days? Like 3 days? 2 nights.
Friday, Saturday, and then we left Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got to eat some really good food. Right?
Some. Another one disappointed.
Yeah, there was one.
Sad.
There was one. Okay, it's a franchise location, and they don't have this particular restaurant. They don't have it in Vegas. We had ate at this restaurant when we went to California like 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, but we ate in the IE.
And this particular restaurant was in the IE, and it was bomb.
So fucking good.
So good.
And we weren't even hungry, guys.
Yeah, we were hungry.
We had ate already, and then we went to go get some
because
drinks.
it's kind of like a bar,
Yeah.
like cantina restaurant.
So we went to go get drinks, but we're like, oh, like something light to eat mientras estamos tomando para que no nos haga mucho. Bro, that shit was bomb. So fucking good.
So it was the same restaurant, but in Orange County, and we're like, let's go check it out. Like, we had such a great time. So disappointed.
I was so sad, guys. Like, you can see it in my face. I was looking forward. I was looking forward to this specific sushi roll, And I was like, fuck yeah, we're going.
Edith was she literally stopped eating because she was so disappointed. She's like, and I'm like, hey, do you want to? She's like, no, I don't want. Like, she was ready to go.
Yeah, but ni nos acabamos los platos, bro.
Yeah, no nos acabamos los platos. Like, most of it,
we ordered the same things, the same exact things, guys, and it was completely different. And I was like, is it supposed to be like that?
And honestly, even the drinks
were
not.
The drinks
they were not hitting the same.
They were not made with love.
No. The vibe
of the restaurant too. It's the same fucking restaurant.
And they had, mind you, they had the same music,
the same aesthetic,
and everything. Okay, but it was like the vibe was just off, and it was humid in there. I was like,
we finished our drinks and
but we also ate at like really great restaurants. I think we went to, what was it?
Amor y Tequila.
Amor y Tequila. That one was
the little
good.
Mini fucking
the mini tortas.
Oh my god, guys,
so
you guys
good.
gotta go and get the mini tortas. ¿Cuáles te gustaron más? La de
las de puerco.
Las de puerco. Cochinito or whatever.
The cochinito, I think it was called. I was see. It was that one was really good. Okay. And then I got Salud Mami. My drink was called Salud Mami. That one was really good.
I got the tamarindo margarita. Shit was bomb.
Yeah,
that shit hit though.
Good.
that shit had me feeling myself.
Yeah, and then we also had, what was it? The Mexican lollipop.
Oh yeah, they like
they gave us like a round of shots.
They gave us a round of shots to get us litty, and it was like the Mexican lollipop, and those were good too.
Yeah, those were good. So we went there, and that place was really good.
The service was great.
The service was like top notch.
And I think it turns like in more clubbish.
Yeah, like after hours it turns into more like they have like music going or whatever. It was good. I really like that place. What was the where was the breakfast spot that we went to?
In Victorville?
Yeah.
We were everywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
So this one was in Victorville?
I think it was Victorville.
Or what is it called? Riat with the R. Oh fuck, man.
Yeah,
sorry, people. But it's close to Victorville. It's basically right there. It's called Las Patronas.
Las Patronas. Yeah. There we go. The carne asada bomb.
Holy shit! I was like, I got a molcajete. We ordered so much food. Keep in mind, we ordered so much fucking food.
Yeah, so much food.
So Angel ordered her plate. Val ordered his plate. I ordered my plate. And that we ordered like
appetizers
to share.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah. The agua de frescas, bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb.
I got the piña. You got the... I got different ones.
I got pepino con limon.
Yeah, I got the piña one, and then Bao was drinking
melon.
the chata. Well, he drank the chata, and then
the melon.
Drank my melon that they accidentally gave me. But bomb. So refreshing.
Bomb. I got some green chilaquiles, bomb.
And then
the rice was good.
I was like, I had a feeling it was going to be good because once we walked in and they were playing Lágrimas de Cristal by Montes de Durango, and that was my jam, like... I was like, they're playing Duranguense music? Huh? Let me find out. But they were playing bangers.
Yeah.
So, it was amazing.
It was a really good... It was good. It was good. I liked it. Yeah. Where else did we eat? I feel like we ate at quite a few places.
I know. We tried to go to fucking... ¿Cómo se llama? Tacos Villa? The ones with the Michelin star, guys.
Yeah.
In fucking... Where was
it? In LA. No.
I just know it's on Figueroa Street.
That's
all I remember.
But the line, we were like...
Oh my God, that line was horrible. We were like, about that. How about a no?
Yeah, we were like, never mind.
Teníamos hambre ya. Yeah. So we were...
I feel like nos esperamos mucho to go eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... But overall, it was a great experience. I can't wait to go back to Cali, try more eating spots.
Yes.
I don't know, do some adventures. Actually, talking about Cali, I have to share this with you guys because this shit was funny as fuck looking back at it now.
What?
My fucking dream.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God, guys. Okay, I have to
just... kicked out Angel.
Yeah, I have to just share this with you guys because this has only happened to me. Okay, I don't know how many times this happened to me actually, but this time was funny, and I was like, you know what, I gotta tell our amigos about it because that like
it wasn't funny for Val.
at the moment it wasn't funny, but like looking back at it now, like damn, that shit was hilarious. So I think it was our last night, right? It was our last night, Saturday night, para amanecer domingo. We had gone to sleep we were swamped, okay? Like, I feel like it was a long day. We were tired. It was hot. And yeah, it was a long day. We were swamped. So we ended up going to our rooms kind of early. What time we ended up going to our rooms? Like 9, 10, algo así.
10, I think.
Algo así.
Or 11. No, it was already.
No, because I woke up at 11, remember?
Oh, yeah. To like 10.
Yeah, so it was like 10. So we went to got ready for bed, whatever, knocked out. So Edith had her own room, Val and I had our own. And I don't know if anybody else if this has ever happened to anybody else, but I can have dreams within my dreams. And in my dream, I had sleep paralysis. So creepy, okay? In my dream, I had sleep paralysis. So I'm dreaming, and I was having a dream of another dream. And then I had sleep paralysis in that dream. And I had this dream that this, like, black figure, it was like a man. It was like the outline of a man. And he was so creepy. He was giving me, like, weird energy, weird vibes. And I was hella scared, okay? Yo estaba bien acostada. I couldn't move, couldn't scream, nothing. Because I'm, again, having sleep paralysis. And he's, like, holding a knife. And he's, like, gonna stab me. And I'm trying to like scream and tell him que yo tengo un cuchillo, okay? I was trying to scream que tengo un cuchillo, but it wasn't coming out because, again, I was having sleep paralysis. So finally, I don't know what happened, but I was able to like snap out of it, and I screamed, tengo un cuchillo!
Fuck, bro.
Tengo un cuchillo. But not only did I snap out of the sleep paralysis in my dream, I actually snapped out of 2 dreams and woke up. I woke up and I screamed, tengo un cuchillo. Dead of night, okay? It was like 11 o'clock. I didn't realize it was 11 o'clock at night. But Val fucking just wakes up. And he's like, what? He's like, babe, what happened? And I'm over here like, tengo un cuchillo.
Fuck, bro. I would have fucking thrown you out. I would have thrown you out if I was Val. Bye. I'm out. Bye. Go sleep over there somewhere. Lock you in the bathroom or something. I don't fucking know.
And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? He's like freaking out. And then I just wake up and I'm like so disoriented. I was so disoriented, so confused. And then I woke up like shaking because I was scared. And I was like, oh my God, turn on the light. I'm like telling Val to turn on the light, turned on the TV. That shit was way too bright. So I'm like, go turn on the bathroom light. I just had a weird energy. Like I felt this weird energy and this weird vibe. I hope that fucking hotel wasn't haunted.
I told you, I don't know about that.
But it was just like weird. And so then so the thing about me, whenever I get scared or nervous, I laugh. Okay. And it's like not even a giggle, like it's a full-on laugh. So when I get nervous or scared, I laugh. And I was still like kind of laying down to my side. And so Val is on my left side. And then I'm just like laughing and I can't stop laughing. But it's because like I feel like I feel like I was scared. I don't know. I had this weird energy vibe. And then Val was like, look at me. Because he started getting scared and he's thinking I'm possessed. Okay?
I would have fucking thought the same shit, bro. I would have got the agua bendita and try to fucking do an exorcism on you right then and there.
And Val's like fucking like scared at this point because he was like, what the fuck? She's possessed, right? Because I couldn't stop laughing. And so he's like, look at me. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, look at me. And I'm like, why? Like, I didn't feel like turning around. Like, I feel like I was in shock, okay? And he like gets on top of me and grabs my face. He's like, look at me. This whole thing is comical, like looking back at it now, but it was so intense.
Scary as fuck.
And he's like looking at me, and he was like, "Man, if your face would have been fucking contorted, I would have been out of there." I don't know if he
wouldn't be able to run though.
Could you imagine if I looked at him and I was like smiling, like,
"Fuck, me cago los calzones, no me, I shit my pants."
Could you imagine I turn around and I'm like,
I just shit my pants. I'll shit my pants automatically.
Oh my God, I should have fucked with him. I should have been like,
oh no, Would have cried.
But yeah, anyways. And then after that, I was like, all right, I need to go to sleep. But yeah, anyways, that's what happened to me. I just had to share with you guys because that shit was like, looking back at it now, I'm like, that shit was kind of funny, but. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't funny to Val at the moment.
You know.
All right, guys. We've reached the halfway mark, and we'll be back right now. Sorry, I kind of got stuck. We'll be back. We'll be back, guys. And we're back, guys. Okay, so what are we gonna do, Edith? Let them know.
So I posted on the story, so make sure to follow us on La Lucha's Real Podcast on Instagram, to ask us anonymous questions because we wanted to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah,
we used to do these a lot when we first started the first episode.
Yeah, so people can get to know us a little bit more and stuff.
So I'm like, with all the new followers we've gotten, I'm like, let's do it again.
Yeah,
just to see. So nos vamos a hacer unas cuantas y a ver cómo nos va, okay? All right, so I haven't opened none of these guys, so.
And these are completely anonymous. Yes. Like, we have no idea who asked what. I haven't seen the questions, nothing.
So, vamos a ver.
So, are we asking each other or are we just going to both answer?
Just both answer.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you believe in horoscopes and think they are always correct?
No.
I don't think they're always correct. It's fun to kind of, like, see how you can relate to them and stuff like that. I don't, like... I know, like, the general of horoscopes, like your rising, your moon, and everything like that, you know, and it kind of describes you of who you are and your personality, blah, 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 but I'm not, like, a firm belief, like, esto va a pasar because your horoscope said that shit, no, or, like, you're this way because of your horoscope. Tampoco es trauma, bro, but, like... I do take them into account. Like, I do read up on them and everything like that. Like, I know, like I said, my signs and everything. But, it's como, like, I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Se puede decir.
Yeah. I feel like every time I've looked at them, it's more for funsies.
I think it's because I tell you, bro.
Yeah. You and I have a coworker who is so, like, she's like mega into horoscopes, okay? Yeah. She's mega into horoscopes, and she can literally, if you tell her, because, like, when she first let's say we get a new hire or something, or she first meets somebody, like, one of the first questions she asks them is, when is their birthday? And she, off the bat, can tell you exactly what their sign is.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like,
she's good.
Huh?
She's good.
Yeah, no, she's hella good. And she knows, and she can tell you, like, everybody's sign at work. She'll be like, oh, yeah, he's this, or she's that. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you remember this?
But I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, I'm an Aries sun. And I find it that I get the most along with, what was I gonna say? I've had, like, a lot of friends and really close friends that are all Libras.
Really?
Yes. It's crazy. Libras and Scorpios. I've had the most, like, closest relationships with.
Interesting. Yeah.
Keep in mind, I have, like, one friend, like, one of my closest friends. One's a Cancer, one's a Scorpio, then you're a Libra.
Okay.
Most of the friends, because I started analyzing birthdays and shit like that, and I'm like, oh, shit. I, like, had the most Libra friends. But it's because they say that they're, like, more grounded. So that's why I get attracted to them, because I'm very off the wall.
Okay.
And they ground me.
Oh,
that's why I'm attracted to their energy.
I have Val's a Capricorn. You're an Aries. My coworker that I'm cool with, La Chelsea. She's a Virgo.
My mom's a Virgo.
She's a Virgo?
She's emotional. My mom's emotional.
my mom and my sister are both Scorpios. My mom and my sister are both Scorpios.
Scorpios are crazy, but they're fun.
So it's kind of like all over the place, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I read on more for funsies. Yeah. I'm very like I think a lot of them are just too vague for me to be like, yeah, that's right, because like you can like don't tell me what one of them is, and I'll be like, you know what, I think I can identify with that, and it'll be like a fucking Taurus, and I'll be like, oh no, I don't know. And that was completely just an example. I don't fucking know what a Taurus is like, but like I've read some like other ones, and I'm like, oh, I think I identify with that one, and it's not a Libra. Like,
but keep in mind, you also have your moon and your sun and everything. I mean, your moon and your rising. But I feel like they're a little bit vague So you could kind of relate to like a lot of them.
And like I've read some of like, okay, so like for example, there was like one where it was like reading like like I don't know where we read this. It was like a magazine or something, and it was like a Capricorn, and I felt like I identified with the Capricorn. And then we read the Libra one, and Val was like, no, I think I'm more of the Libra. So it was kind of like flipped. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think they're very vague, and I think they're more for funsies.
I feel like if you really, really research them and you're really, really into them, because you could get into the specifics of when your son, like depending on your son, like depending on what day you were born and shit like that. If you're closer to one sign than the other, like your neighboring signs, it's a whole fucking.
Yeah.
Hay mucho que se puede aprender de eso, pero
If somebody,
honestly, for me, it's just
was,
for fun.
what is it that they need from you to like figure out your sun and your moon and your all?
Well, they need your birthday and the time that you were born.
If somebody wants to do it for me,
I did it for you, bro.
oh,
I don't remember what I think you were like double Libra though. I think
a
you
double
were.
Libra.
Yeah, I think one of your moon or your rising was Libra as well.
Oh, if somebody wants to do it
Yeah.
for me, I was born October 2nd, 1995 at 10:45 a.m.
For me, I am an Aries, of course, Aries sun, and I'm a Leo moon. I definitely think you guys could tell that by the fucking selfies I was taking. Like last episode, Leos are really into themselves. And I'm a Cancer rising. So, yeah.
I don't know what any of that means.
So I'm like double fire and 1/3 water.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, you see, I could explain, but
that's gonna be it's gonna take a lot.
But yeah, guys. So I with a grain of salt. I started from the bottom.
From the bottom, started from the
Bottom,
bottom.
now we're here.
For Angel,
Oh, dale.
was this you? I'm just kidding. Okay, for Angel, what has been the most challenging experience or issue in your relationship?
Ooh.
I'm not ready to talk about it.
Can you do like the second one? The second?
Um,
Like not too specific, because keep in mind she's in an active relationship, in an active marriage, so of course she's not gonna tell her
well,
details.
I feel like this one, it was challenging because of something that happened to me. And Val didn't know about it for years.
Yeah.
So let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
What's the second? What was the second? Challenging experience or issue. What has been the most challenging experience or issue in your relationship? I don't know. I feel like everything we've been able to work through.
Yeah.
We've been able to work through, like, there was like the one hump, and okay, never mind. So there was the one hump that I'm not ready to talk about, but also I think another thing which kind of is connected to that. Yeah, it's kind of connected to that, but I can speak on that. The most challenging experience or issue in our relationship was we were both going through mental health issues at the same fucking time. And I feel like we both hit rock bottom
At the same time.
at the same time.
like
And
the
it's
worst.
like, and it's so bad because like I think that was also like, I know that had to do a lot with like even you and I distancing ourselves because we both kind of went through hard times.
Bro, were we all like hitting rock bottom at the fucking same time?
I think so. We were all
Holy
hitting rock.
shit.
We were all hitting rock bottom at the same time. So like, just keep in mind, guys. Like, when you're going through a very rough time, and so is your significant other or your best friend, it's really. And this is one thing that like after Edith and I reconnected, I know that. You know, everything happens for a reason, and we've had our own journey. We've had our separate journeys and coming back together and, you know, like being best friends and everything. But like, when you're going through it, like, and when I say going through it, I don't mean just like any little inconvenience. I mean like going through it. Like you hit rock bottom. It's so hard for you to be there for anybody else when you can't even help yourself. Like, it was so extremely hard. And I remember, like, after Edith and I reconnected and we kind of started, like, sharing, like, the shit we went through. Like, oh, so, like, this is what's happened to me. And then you're like, this is what's happened to me. And, like, a part of me, like, was so heartbroken because I felt like I let Edith down. I felt like I let Edith down because I was like, we were such great friends and I wasn't there for you for one of the hardest moments of your life. And I still get emotional.
That's the same for me with you, though.
Like, I still get emotional about it because, like, it was so heartbreaking for me. Like, after leaving Edith's, I remember it was, like, one of the nights that we got together. I left your house at, like, 1 a.m. or something. And I got home and I cried because I was like, I cannot believe that I missed this huge chunk of my best friend's life and I wasn't there for her. But at the same time, it's like I had to remind myself that it would have been nearly impossible for me to be a rock or an anchor for Edith or like, be able to be there for her, how she probably might have needed me or whatever, if I couldn't even help myself.
Yeah. And that's exactly how I feel with when you were going through your shit and I...
Yeah.
Because we both distanced each other because we were going through shit. We couldn't be there for each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can't imagine, because that's our friendship, you know, that's our relationship. I can't imagine how you and Val did that shit
together,
still being in a relationship. You get me? Mm-hmm. Because now both of you can't be anchors. Now both of you can't be rocks. Both of you need help, and you, how ¿cómo se ayudan? ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
Si los dos necesitan ayuda.
Yeah, and we both went through it at the same time, and it was incredibly, and it had a lot to do with what happened. Like I said, I'm not ready to talk about that, but it led to, like, all these mental health issues, and we were both going through it and at the same time, and it was incredibly challenging for us to be there for each other while still being together. I feel like if it wasn't for, and honestly, there was, like, a very special friend in our lives at this time who I think turned our life around, for, like, who was a huge impact in our lives at this time, who, like, helped us a lot through this. She was my friend, she was his friend, and she helped us in a lot of ways. And I don't know if we would have made it out together.
Yeah.
Had it not been for this particular friend who helped us through this rough time. Yeah. And I don't know if we would have made it, because I know had it not been for, like, I think one of us might have snapped out of it a little bit, you know, before the other. I don't know what it was, but we each had our own journey. And at the end of the day, like, now looking back at it now, we might have done better separately, but we stuck it out together because I agreed a long time ago that I was going to be his ride or die, just like he agreed to be my ride or die. And we were going to stick through the bad and, like, through the good and through the bad. And that was the ugly. And we made it through the ugly.
And that's what it takes for a marriage.
And I think that time is, like, really that time is what prepared us for, because a lot of people, mind you guys, like, we're high school sweethearts and we went through a lot of shit. But, like, that time where we both went through it, we went through the ugly together and we made it through it. It prepared us for the marriage that we wanted, like, because we made it through that ugly part. Damn. That was very hard. But
I know.
Here we are, stronger than ever.
Yes, exactly. Okay. How did y'all meet? How did we meet?
Tell me, Edith. How did we meet?
Oh, we met back in...
At a baile.
At a baile. We were drinking and then, yeah. I'm just kidding. No, we met in high school, guys.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the specific class, to be completely... I don't even know. It's kind of a blur. I just know that we instantly connected. Like, we were, like, instantly, once we started talking, we were literally inseparable. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
For Edith. Wow. Okay. For Edith, if you had to go back to any of your exes... Who the fuck wrote this?
Oh, hell no, bro.
Who would it be? You don't need to say names, but why? Why would you go back to this particular ex?
Is that really a question?
Yeah, if you had to go back to any of... Who the fuck's sending this? A ver, ¿cuál es?
Guys. If I had to... Like, I had to choose
like,
one of my exes.
Like, your family's life depended on it.
Fuck.
You don't have to say names, but...
Damn. Fuck. I'll probably go back to the ex. That's hard. Keep in mind, all my relationships, I ended them for a fucking good reason. So I gotta choose which one's not the worst.
Yeah.
Definitely not my first. I'm sorry. No, actually not sorry. What the fuck?
I don't think you're last.
I don't know. Honestly, no puedo. I'm sorry. No puedo escoger. I ended them all for really good reason. So, none of them. Sorry to disappoint, but I can't choose. So,
yeah. I think that's respectable.
Yeah. Let's see. And did you guys commit to your New Year's resolutions?
Who checking up on us?
Look. I've been trying to get my fitness journey up in track, but don't fucking come at me for it.
Did we stick to? I know for we're like show up for yourself. We're over here preaching, show up for yourself.
Over here fucking eating like.
Honestly, guys, I'm not trying to make excuses, but
excuses.
Honestly, I want to say overall, at the end of the day, right? I feel like when you set goals, it doesn't mean you have to exactly accomplish those goals, right? I feel like goals can be a guide, right? Goals can be a guide to where you want to be. And so at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fucking fight myself because I haven't exactly followed through with exactly like my New Year's resolutions, but I feel like I've been in the right direction.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I kind of created like a vision. And I'm going towards it.
Yeah.
Not exactly the way that I wanted it to, but it's okay. Life is never going to go the way that you want it to go.
And this, mind you guys, okay, me and Edith have been pretty open and transparent about a lot of things, but this year has been difficult in a lot of ways that we haven't been ready to share with you guys. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and they're just roadblocks, but at the end of the day, we're still going towards this vision of what we wanted, right? We created a vision board for a reason because we wanted to kind of create a picture of what we wanted our life to be, and I can say for a fact that we're both headed that way. It's not like, okay, we're accomplishing the goals exactly, but we're headed that way.
Yeah.
Así lo vamos a dejar.
Así, porque ahí vamos.
Yeah. Okay. What is something you would like to accomplish by the end of the year?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Personally, I think and it's not saying like, oh my God, I just want to have a good routine for myself. Because I feel like my life has been like everywhere, honestly. Life has been just throwing me fucking curveballs left and right. And I believe to you too, And I hope that like by the end of the year, I have like a certain routine that I'm like good with and good to keep with. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. That's one of my goals for that.
To get on routine. Oh, yeah, that's a really good one because that is a really good one because I do need to get on routine too. I think one of my goals that I want to accomplish this year, I want to get started on my book. But here's the thing, guys. I haven't put pen to paper,
but
it's in here.
But she has a vision.
I have a vision, and I've shared it with Edith. I've shared it with a few people, and everybody's like, damn, I can't wait to read that. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to start fucking...
I know. I'm going to start. I feel like every day, honestly, especially the last few weeks, it's like one thing after another, guys.
Yeah.
One thing after another. But I will put pen to paper soon, especially because I already committed to starting to journal, and I feel like, pues ya estoy allí. ¿Por qué no escribir algo,
Exactamente. I completely agree because I want to read that book. That'll probably be the book that I finish really, really fast. You know how I'm a slow reader, but... Okay. For Edith, you speak about being in a toxic relationship, but you ain't specific of what he did. Will you ever say exactly what went down?
Damn, I think this is the third time somebody asked you.
Okay, so this is the thing, guys. I was in a toxic relationship, but keep in mind it was a party of two. It's not just my side, it's also that person's story as well. And I don't feel like I could tell you guys exactly what happened because just things that I want to keep to myself. And that's things that we're just going to keep in private that I don't feel that it's necessary for everybody to know. So plain and simple. So if I say it's toxic, I mean it's toxic, both sides. Like I said, I've been toxic, and I've talked about my side of the story of how I was toxic, you know.
Ahora imagínense what was it like on the other side.
Yeah.
You can draw your own conclusions.
Yeah, but I've spoken about my own toxicity and everything like that. But on the other side, pues ustedes imagínense, ya. Eso es lo único que voy a decir.
I think that's very mature. Because like so many people are like just for the views, even just for like to create something for the podcast, and people love chisme. Yeah, we have a fucking segment for chisme, but like
it gets to a point where it's like too like, oh, that's oversharing. And keep in mind, it's like, it's not like I want to protect his name or however. I have no type of respect. No type of respect. But my thing is like, at the same time, it's just my it's also part of my story, and this stuff that I just don't feel like it should be private, and that's it.
Yeah, but I feel like you have shared enough to where it's like, and for all you guys know,
and
maybe her story has been one of the chismes.
You never fucking
know.
You never fucking know.
You never know. It's anonymous. She might have been like, you know what? Let me just share my story.
But I'm just not gonna plain out talk ill about somebody. It's
exactly.
just not my thing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Has anyone from your past stories reached out to you? Like the abusive couple that Angel has mentioned in previous stories? No. No. And the thing is, I know one of them still follows me and one of them blocked me.
T.
Yeah. One of them blocked me because she doesn't come up. Damn, already. Yeah, dije quién era. Doesn't come up because I'm like, oh my God, how has this person been? You know, like I talked about them. And I like look it up and it's like, not coming up.
Blocked, bitch.
Blocked. I got blocked. But the other one, ahí está. I know what's going on. I know what's going on in that person's life. And it's kind of weird because I've seen some stuff and I'm like, ooh, that's weird. Has anybody reached out to you from our past though? I think past friendships.
Yeah.
Past friendships of like, you know, like the wild shit we did have been like, damn, I remember that night.
Like, I remember that shit.
Damn, that was wild. Has anybody else reached out like from our past?
No. From past stories?
No. Y si lo ven, pues no nos dicen nada.
Se quedan calladitos.
Se quedan bien calladitos.
Let's see. For both of you, nothing crazy, but what is your all-time favorite movie that you could watch again and again and never get tired of? I love Fools Rush In.
What is it?
Fools Rush In.
Fools Rush In?
Fools Rush In.
Oh, Fools Rush In.
Harry Potter, guys. Okay, I'm a fucking I don't know. I just love Harry Potter. I could keep on watching it again and again, and everybody that knows that that's my comfort show. So whenever I'm feeling depressed or something, or it's spooky season, I'm watching it all the time. Replay. So, yeah.
I don't have one. I've watched way too many movies in my lifetime. Like, guys, at one point, that's all I did all day, every day. Like, I would watch one movie, watch another one. After that one was done, watch another one.
There's not one that you've rewatched a lot of times?
There's been a lot that I've rewatched a lot of times.
One that comes up in your head, the first one. You're like, fucking eat it.
I haven't... Okay, I want to say the latest one that I can just rewatch. Okay, the last one that I can recall, like, that just came to my head right now that I've rewatched quite a few times, even in the last few months, is The Wrong Missy.
The Wrong Missy?
That shit is fucking hilarious.
I haven't watched
that girl, the lead girl actress, phenomenal job. She played that role amazing. Chef's kiss. She did amazing. Like, you need to, like, if you haven't seen it, The Wrong Missy. No, it's an Adam Sandler movie. He's not in it, but it's
produced by him.
Yeah,
directed.
Amazing. It's just funny as fuck. And it's like stupid, right? It's like, I don't know. It's funny. But I have so many movies. Okay, guys. Like, that one's just the one that came to my head.
Mine is Harry Potter. Hands down. There's no doubt about that.
I just have too many. Okay, not a question. LOL. Edith.
Oh, no. Ahora le traen contra mí.
Yeah, contra. Okay. Not a question, LOL. Edith, I don't talk to you anymore, but I wanted to say how proud I am of how far you've come. I saw you grow from that first relationship you were in. You definitely had a glow up and are an inspiration. Have lots of love for you. Te mando un fuerte abrazo.
Dude, I don't know what it was. I'm fucking it.
You want tissue?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know who it is. But I think there's very few people that saw me in that stage of my life. So, yeah, it means a lot.
And honestly, guys, this right here, whoever this is, we don't know who it is literally saying, like, they seen Edith from the first relationship, the toxic one, the one we were just talking about, where Edith is not going to talk about exactly like details of what happened, but just so you guys could, as you guys can see, the glow up, somebody even noticed it.
That's fucking crazy. Thank you. I don't know who it is, but thank you, because it's been a journey. I'll just say that. God. Okay. What's one thing about the future that scares you? I know it.
What is
and
it?
It's my parents. Losing my parents.
Yeah.
Losing my parents. Fuck, even that. I'm already crying. So might as well just fucking blow the tears. That shit scares the fuck out of me.
Losing your parents?
Like, I know it's inevitable. Because pa eso, pa allá vamos. ¿Me entiendes? Y pa allá vamos. But fuck. Or like my sisters. Like, one of them leaving before I leave. Because I'll give my life for them. So.
Damn.
What about you?
Can you unlock it?
What about you?
Don't put me on the spot.
Well, it's for both.
I obviously, like, I think one of the things that scares me about the future is losing my mom too. I think obviously there's a lot of people that, you know, it scares me to lose them, but I think the one person is my mom. And like you said, it's inevitable. Like, that shit's gonna happen. But I think what scares me the most is because I know that's coming. I know it's gonna come at some point.
Yeah.
But I think what scares me the most is not meeting my potential and being able to repay my mom, and for her to, like, know that, like, I did my best to
Give her life.
to give her a good life for all the sacrifices that she made. And that's what scares me, because it's inevitable. Un día no va a estar aquí. But, like, what is, like, not for sure is if, like, one day, like, I know that I can speak, like, yo lo voy a hacer, yo lo voy a hacer, yo lo voy a hacer, pero quién sabe, like you said, like, tomorrow is not promised. Like, what happens, like, the day comes and she goes, and I don't feel in my heart that I completely met the potential that I could to be able to give her what I wanted to give her. And that is what scares me.
Fuck yeah, bro.
God, nos quieren hacer llorar.
I just want to give the world to my parents.
Yeah. Can you unlock it? Sorry.
Bro, what the fuck, guy?
Yeah. Why you guys trying to make us cry? Shit. Okay. If you can be a man for one day. Way to lighten the mood. If you can be a man for one day, what's the first thing you guys would do? Jack off. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I'd be like, ding, 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 ding.
Try to shake it.
Try to see what it does, bro.
Yeah.
Helicopter it or something. I don't fucking know.
What would
I'll
you
try
do?
to pee and make sure that I can make it in the toilet, because you don't know how many men
So
always
I could
fucking
prove
miss.
it. So you could prove it and be like,
Yes.
it's doable. I did it.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. I be pulling all the bitches. I don't give a fuck, bro. I be out there. That's why God did not make me a man.
What's the first thing you guys would do if I could be a man for a day? Okay, just the first thing I would do, not what I would do.
Okay.
The first thing I would do. I don't know. I just feel like I I'd want to go out into the world and see if I get treated differently than when I go out into the world.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I already know how I get treated as a woman.
Yeah.
When I go out into the world, I just want to know what it would be like to go out into the world and experience it from a man's point of view.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do. I feel like I'd be like, let me just go out there.
Let me just go walk the fucking strip.
And live my life and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things where I'll be like, I don't think as a woman I could have pulled this off.
Like, I don't know if that's too safe for me.
Yeah, there's certain, I would want to know, like, that's the first thing I would want to do is to see how the world reacts to me as a man.
Yeah, love that. Oh, fave spot to eat in North Las Vegas. North Las Vegas.
What is it?
Fave spot to eat in North Las Vegas.
Wing nuts.
Whatever she said, because I don't think I have a favorite spot.
In North Las Vegas?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, whatever she said, because the wings are fucking bomb there. Because you've brought wings from there. That shit's bomb.
Yeah, they're like baked, like oven baked, but they don't taste like
they're
chewy.
Like kelpy.
They're like, yeah, it's like you get the wing experience without the fucking acid reflex after. Okay.
Yeah, porque ya estamos viejitos, guys. Ya estamos mayores. Acá.
Yeah. Okay. What makes your friendship strong?
What makes our friendship strong?
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm asking you. What makes our friendship strong? I feel like what makes it strong is that we're able to communicate without feeling judged from each other. And we're also able to, with that comes, we're able to be vulnerable with each other in ways that, sometimes we just need that person.
Yeah. And it's crazy because even when, like, we know, like, we can communicate without talking.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys see it. We finish each other's sentences and shit like that.
We finish each other's sandwiches.
Yeah, or, like, even when we're out in public, she could just look at me and I'd be like, I know what you're thinking. Like, I don't know. It's just a type of communication that you don't naturally have with a lot of people, and it's beautiful, and hopefully, Diosito nos bendice con muchos más años de amistad and everything like that.
I think I agree with everything you said, and I think for me another thing, actually no, it kind of goes back to what you said. I think for me, I think what makes our friendship really strong is that I've had to go throughout my life filtering myself and watching every thought I've had, everything I've ever had to say, everything I've wanted to do or act or say or whatever, I've always had to filter myself. And I feel like with Edith, I can 100% be myself, unfiltered, vulnerable, and like not feel judged. And Edith's not gonna take it the wrong way, because I've had friendships where, like, let's say digo algo así nomás, like, without filtering it, because some people are sensitive, and I've said stuff without filtering it, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, they get offended, and it's just like, I can say something to Edith unfiltered and she will not get offended, because I feel like que I'm not coming at you in a malicious way.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not
intentions.
Yeah, I'm not looking to offend you. I'm not looking
to be offended. Yeah. So that's why I don't take it that way.
And I can truly, there's very few people that I can be 100% myself around, and Edith is one of them, because I feel like, like we all todos ponemos una cara. Like, we've talked about code switching, right? We've all talked about code switching and how professional you have to be in certain settings, or how you can get away with certain things with certain people. And I feel like I can be my most true, authentic self with Edith and not feel judged or be scared, to like be myself. Yeah, and same likewise, like, she can be 100% herself, and she knows that I won't judge her.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, guys, that's what makes it strong. What is it called? Is it Ford strong or Chevy strong?
Bill Ford strong?
I don't know. I come from a Chevy family. So.
Oh, I come from Ford. You're not allowed in my truck.
Fuck, I'm not. Que me va a llevar a los lugares. Okay, let's see. That was a good question.
That was a very good question.
What the fuck, guys? Do you guys like your ass ate, or have you ate your man's ass? Keep in mind, this has peach emojis, so I did not censor myself. But guys,
What the fuck?
not I was going from like being so like talking about our friendship and then going to eating ass. I feel like we've talked about eating ass before.
Yeah, we have. I'm not gonna go into the details of stuff, but Val and I have a very interesting intimate relationship. We are not afraid to experience and try things.
I don't have a man.
Is all I will have to say.
I'll just say I don't have a man on the second part, so whatever. On the first part, you know, you just gotta try different shit. You never know what you like. You never know what you like. So I'll say that.
Okay. Next one. Have you ever had a mini midlife identity crisis?
Fuck yeah. Girl,
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. I was ready to be like, fuck yeah. And then I'm reading the second part.
Okay. Hold on.
Have you ever had a mini midlife identity crisis after a really tough breakup, and how did you overcome it?
It wasn't many.
It wasn't many.
That shit was catastrophic. Like, it was bad. I had a big identity crisis, and that's because I was very codependent. Mm-hmm. And I did not know myself entirely. Like, first of all, I went into this relationship in my fucking teenage years. So
your brain was not fully developed.
I wasn't fully developed. I didn't know who I really was, right? So I go into this relationship, a long-term relationship, right? Like I said, I'll talk about myself, you know, about how I was really toxic, and my partner was really toxic as well at the time. But I suffered with a lot of like codependency, mental health issues, and it was just all fucking bad, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's because at the end of the day, I didn't know who I was, you know. Mm-hmm. I didn't know my value. I didn't know all that. So when I came out of that relationship, all I knew was being with that person. All I knew was being his girlfriend. All I knew is he's my life type shit. Mm-hmm. So yes, I did have a fucking existential crisis, honestly. Like, I didn't know who I was. So it's like out of nowhere, you just like forget, like completely, your mind is wiped, and it's like, fuck, what now? Like, who the fuck am I? Like, mm-hmm. So it was interesting, but honestly, like, I needed that.
How did you overcome it? That was the second half of the question.
The way I overcame it, honestly, it's with time and just doing things that like I enjoyed, and hanging out with friends. Keep in mind, I did have a very toxic time in my life too, where it was after that toxic relationship. I kind of dove into drinking a lot and partying to kind of numb my pain, you know. And that was interesting, but I feel like at the end of the day, that was part of my journey, and it kind of helped me to get to where I am right now. Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend that for anybody though? Okay.
I don't recommend it, honestly. I recommend like confronting your fucking emotions head on, you know. And therapy helped me a lot. Mm-hmm. I needed that help that I couldn't give myself, you know. Mm-hmm. So that helped me a lot. And then that helped me get away from the alcoholism, and kind of like start doing things and start seeing what I like, what I don't like. Mm-hmm. And then from there, yeah, it just kind of comes. Mm-hmm. One day I'm like full on fucking know exactly who the fuck I am. So, mm-hmm. And I'm always discovering new shit about myself. That's what I love. You know, you're always discovering new things that.
Yeah, y tus gustos cambian with time. So it's like you're always gonna. It's like you're not always gonna be the same person. It's a journey, right? Like creating yourself. It's a journey. Like, you're gonna figure things out. You might like it one day you won't.
Exactly. And you have to be open to change. You have to be flexible with that. And the most important thing is not give up on yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, be there for yourself like you would be for anybody that you loved, you know. Mm-hmm. Be that rock for yourself, and then as long as you keep on showing up for yourself, you'll get there. So.
I don't think I can relate to the question, because I don't think I've ever had like an identity crisis or midlife crisis after a breakup. I want to say it happened during a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think it was because I went through a phase where I was, again, I feel like we went through a phase where Val and I were so codependent. And it was like through that rough time where it was kind of like shit happened, and we tried to work through it, but it was kind of like eye-opening in a lot of ways where we were kind of like, who am I without you type of situation, and we try to work through it while being together. So it's not like because of a breakup, I can't really I don't want to speak on it just quite yet on what happened, but it was like we went through a rough patch, and then we were going through the identity crisis together. Because in a way we came to the realization that we were codependent, and we are like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah. And it's basically like, but I had the breakup, and that's when I discovered all that fucking shit. Well, I kind of discovered it within the relationship, but the breakup really initiated everything. Last question. Bruh.
Are we ending strong?
Watch. If you were a dog, which breed would you be?
I fucking love that question.
What breed? Definitely not a fucking Chihuahua. We all know my story behind the Chihuahua, and if you don't know, then go watch. I don't know what episode it's in. I think I'd be something like
honestly, I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know the personalities of the different dog breeds. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know. I just know, like, for example, like all the huskies I've encountered have been total goofballs, and I don't think that's me.
I don't think I'm a husky. I'm not that.
I don't think I'm a husky. I'm not a Chihuahua. I don't think I'm a Frenchie. After seeing my dog, I don't think I'm a Frenchie.
I don't think I'm.
I feel like I could probably identify with my dog. He's a pit bull. He's a pit bull bulldog mix.
I think like I'll talk about my favorite dog that I want in the future, and have it right here. What is it called? Golden Doodle.
Do you know what their personality type is?
They seem like playful from what I've seen in videos and stuff like that. Like playful, but like still a loyal dog, kind of like that.
But you know what? Now that I think about it, all the videos that I've seen of pit bulls, a lot of them are such babies, and I'm like, that's not me. Am I a baby? Do I give baby energy?
No, you don't give baby energy.
A lot of them are just like, I don't know. I can't.
You
I don't know.
Don't give Chloe energy and Cleo energy. Chloe, otra vez le estoy llamando Chloe.
No, I'm definitely not Cleo. I don't know. I don't know what dog I would be. Fuck, now I have to go look up to see like the different.
But I feel like Bowser is a good one because he's very like
lazy.
Not lazy. That wasn't my word that I was gonna say. I was gonna say he's so calm and collected.
Am I calm and collected?
Yeah, you're calm and collected. And even though he has like his sister always bothering the shit out of him, it takes a lot for him to like.
That's true. I feel like it takes a lot for for someone to really, 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 really get under my skin.
Yeah.
And for me to be like.
I think Bowser's like that.
Yeah.
So.
It took a lot for Bowser to be like.
Yeah, exactly. So. I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Finishing strong.
But yeah, thank you for everybody who submitted questions. They're really interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. Thank you guys.
Even the eating ass one, like we appreciate all the questions.
I appreciate everybody who participates. Yeah. If you don't follow us on Instagram, go to La Lucha Israel. Podcast, sorry. Go to La Lucha Israel podcast, and we interact with all of our friends on there a lot, so you can participate next time we do it. Before we end the episode, we wanted to do a quick Yo Sabo Si Sabo segment.
Because I know a lot of you guys really, really liked it. So.
Yeah, and we haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
So shout out to our friends Yo Sabo. Thank you for the game. Yeah. We fucking love playing it. So let's do a quick round. Just quick round.
Speed round. Okay? And we already picked our cards, guys.
We already picked them out, yeah.
So, okay. You want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice forecast?
What the fuck? ¿Cómo se dice forecast? ¿Cómo se dice forecast? I'm doing the weather lady. para pronóstico?
Yes.
Oh,
You
you
got
see,
it.
I gotta visualize. Gotta visualize. Okay, ready? Okay. ¿Cómo se dice fog?
Niebla.
Good job! Damn! I didn't think you were gonna get that one.
Okay. ¿Cómo se dice flip?
Damn. So I know the word, like, but I don't know if it's voltear.
Yes. that's
Okay,
what
I was like, let me find out it's not the word. Okay, ready? ¿Cómo se dice skunk in Spanish?
Skonka. No, I'm sorry.
The fuck, bitch?
Just kidding. Zorrillo?
Torrillo, good job. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Give me.
I don't even know if I can pronounce this.
Oh my god.
¿Cómo se dice basketball?
Well, is basketball the game or basketball the basketball?
It just says basketball.
Just basketball. So I would.
I
say
think it's the
game?
No, I think it's the ball.
because pelota de baloncesto.
It's baloncesto.
Okay, baloncesto is the actual game,
Oh.
like basketball, like you're playing basketball. Estás jugando
Oh, pero se
baloncesto.
dice pelota de bal. Okay.
I would say no sé, la verdad. They'll correct me.
You know what's funny? My mom does not say baloncesto.
What did it say?
She says basketball.
Oh.
She's like, and my mom. It's funny because my mom, so weird, but my mom is good at basketball. So fucking random, but
That's random as fuck.
yeah, so random, but my mom is good. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know who this lady is. Okay,
She probably was like in the WNBA. Didn't fucking know.
yeah, she's so good. And she one day she goes, "Sí, cuando yo jugaba basketball," and I'm like, "What? You played basketball?" Pero she says it like that, basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I say basketball cuando estoy hablando también, pero también digo baloncesto.
Okay.
So, all right, last one. Ready, Angel? This is a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay. ¿Cómo se dice snake in Spanish?
Snake. Culera. I'm just kidding.
Bitch. Culera.
I'm totally
Bruh. Bruh.
I'm totally kidding. It's culebra.
Culebra.
Which is interesting because I've also used víbora.
I know. I feel like.
I use víbora more than culebra.
Well, I've used both of them. Because where I'm from, we call las víboras son más grandes, ¿me entiendes? Y las culebras usually are smaller little snakes that are in los arroyos, near bodies of water and stuff like that. That's how we identify them.
Is there an actual like
I don't fucking know, bro.
what is it? I'm
Date
about to-
cuenta, soy de rancho, so no sé si la verdad se dice...
Víbora. How do you spell it?
Con V de vaca.
Okay.
Víbora. Don't put your aunt's name.
Okay. What? What is this?
What?
I don't know what the fuck language that is.
Víbora?
Okay, so it says víbora means it's a small poisonous. So víbora is small poisonous snake.
Oh. And then...
A víbora is a viper.
What? No sé, pues nosotros llamamos las...
You know what?
Las más grandes venenosas sí las que atacan víboras. No tu tía. Las snakes. Pero sí las culebrillas, las culebras son las que están más chiquitas que están junto a los arroyos. That's how we identify them. En el rancho.
Interesting.
So yeah.
All right, guys. Wow, we are way over.
Like, wait.
Yeah, like way. Like we're gonna be editing and we're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna be mad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
All right, guys. So aquí los dejamos. We lo went over. Sorry, guys.
Make sure to follow us
Yes.
on Instagram, Threads, TikTok at La Lucha's Real Podcast. Keep in mind that's where we do all of our fun like polls and the questions, so you guys could like basically participate in our episodes and everything like that. So make sure to follow us.
Yeah, and if you guys have any chisme, go to the link in our bio on Instagram so you guys can let us know your chisme. We love getting the chisme.
Yeah.
Or if you're on YouTube, there's going to be a link in the description. So you guys can let us know. And it could be anything, literally.
You want to get something off your chest, even if you want to ask us any questions, you could do it there too.
Yeah, any questions, whatever you want, whatever is on your mind. And again, it's 100% anonymous unless, why is there a bug in here? It's 100% anonymous unless you put your name on it. We'll read your name.
Yeah, but make sure also, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, to make sure to follow and leave a 5-star review if you love the podcast. But if they don't have a 5-star review to give, what are they gonna do, Angel?
They're gonna hit our DMs.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna discuss.
But thank you guys so much for listening.
I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week.
Yes.
And we will see you guys para la otra.
All right, bye.
So, que Dios los bendiga. Besitos.
Besitos.
Adiós.
Bye.